Hello, welcome to episode 7 of the Todd and Debra Show. We're glad that you're joined us.
Yeah, and believe it or not, this is going to be a short show. I know they don't believe it, but it is, right?
At least what they see will be short.
Oh, because we'll chop the rest off.
Yeah.
There you go. We wanted to talk about being able to keep a sense of humor as you age, because we think that's a real vital part of aging happily or aging well or whatever. Remember that saying, laughter is the best medicine?
Yep.
I think that saying is true. I think that if we can find humor in even the darkest of situations, and we don't always find it right away, but later, it just helps us get through. And we were talking about this recently. I remember a few years ago when I was just, I don't know, brushing my teeth or something, and I discovered that I had a hair on my cheek, and I went to brush it off, and it didn't brush off. And I tried harder, and it didn't come off. So I thought, well, I got to pull it off. So I reached to pull it off, but when I pulled, my cheek came with it, and that's when it hit me that the hair was growing in my cheek, from my cheek. It was a part of me.
Yeah.
So
You're
I don't.
lucky.
Lucky. That's what it was. I don't remember if I screamed or what happened, but I got the tweezers, and by golly, that thing was out of there. And probably a few weeks went by, maybe even a couple of months, before I discovered a hair one time on this other cheek or something. And same thing, and then, whoa. It finally dawned on me that this was probably a part of aging. I'd heard of it, but I didn't feel ready for it. And I was thinking, well, what's the worst that can happen? And I realized, well, the worst that could happen is that this could happen to me in some state where I couldn't do anything about it. And then I realized what it would be. I'd be in a hospital, in a coma, and suddenly hairs would start, just popping out of my face. So I had the talk with Todd, and you were great about it, by the way. I explained to him what was going on, and I said, Todd, please promise me that if I ever land in the hospital, that you'll come over every day with tweezers or with pliers or a chainsaw, whatever it takes by then to just...
Or make a deal with the nurses.
No, it has to be you. I don't want the nurse.
Well,
Can you do it, please, instead
sure.
of nurses? Except unless you're, vacationing with your girlfriend or something. Whatever.
Yeah.
But the point is...
Maybe you'll have her do it.
That makes me feel much better. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. The thing is, be able to laugh about stuff, if at all possible, because, and you've probably discovered this too, share with us your stories if you have discovered that laughter helps you get through the silliness of old age. Aging, I should say, not old age, because we're not old age by today's standards,
Yeah.
right? Folks are living longer, everything's changing.
And we got a chance to test your worst case scenario.
Oh, that's right. Not too long ago, I ended up having dizzy spells really bad, and I figured it was a middle ear infection. I'd had those a couple of times before, earlier in my life, and I kept saying no when Todd wanted me to go to the ER late one night because it was really bad. I had to hug the wall as I went down the hallway towards the bathroom, and so he
We're
said,
laying there and waiting for the tests.
oh, well, yeah. So I'm going through all the CAT scans, whatever. And then as you're lying there waiting for them to come in and give you the results, you get a little, sober thinking about things. So I turned to Todd to say something renowned, and I saw him looking at me with this amazing look on his face. And I thought, oh. And I said, Todd, what are you thinking right now? Are you worried about that this is going to be some fatal thing? And he said, no, I'm just looking for the hairs to start popping out on your face.
God forbid I miss it.
I just melted in laughter, and it was exactly what I needed. And it turned out the dizziness was, what was it? I don't even remember now, but I'm sure it was
I don't know
something.
if we knew.
Evidently, it wasn't fatal. But the point is, being able to, whenever possible, find the humor there somewhere. Yeah, share with us your stories if you've had experience like this, and if you were able to get through something with a little laughter. And we'd love to hear from you on our YouTube channel or our website, toddanddebra.com. And our email address is
toddanddebra@gmail.com.